Hi students, today we will study structure of animal cell, plant cell and detailed structure of cell membrane. So first of all, animal cell. So animal cell is covered by cell membrane directly. There is no cell wall. What is function of cell membrane? So cell membrane is selectively permeable membrane because it only allows selective molecules pass across it. After cell membrane, boss of the cell, nucleus that contain DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Now, nucleus is covered by double membrane, nuclear membrane, but between this nuclear membrane there is a gap, is called nuclear pore. This is nuclear membrane and this is nuclear pore. Why there is a requirement of pore? Because pore provides passages. So mRNA and protein can transfer from nucleoplasm to cytoplasm. But nucleoplasm is a same material, jelly-like structure like cytoplasm. But this present in nucleus, that's why it's called nucleoplasm. So nuclear membrane. Now another organelle, endoplasmic reticulum. It starts from nuclear membrane and spread up to cell membrane. So in animal cell, most of area covered by endoplasmic reticulum. In short, it's called ER. Students, there are two types of ER, rough and smooth. So first of all, what is function of endoplasmic reticulum? Production of proteins and lipids. So for protein production, ER requires ribosomes. So many ribosomes are present on the surface of ER that gives rough appearance. That's why it's called rough endoplasmic reticulum. For example, face with pimples, face without pimples, smooth surface, rough surface. So this is rough endoplasmic reticulum and function protein synthesis. Other end, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, function production of lipid and steroids. Ready? Smooth and rough. So ER is a factory of production of proteins and lipids. So now packaging. Packaging of protein and lipid done by Golgi apparatus. Chalo, Golgi body. So our next organelle is Golgi apparatus, vesicle like. Function packaging of protein and lipid before they release into cytoplasm. So this is our packaging man, Golgi bodies. Next organelle, powerhouse. Why it's called powerhouse? Who is powerhouse? Mitochondria. Students, mitochondria is double membrane structure. Outer membrane is continuous while inner membrane is folded. And why it's called powerhouse? Because mitochondria responsible for production of ATP. ATP is a currency of our cell. That's why it's called powerhouse, because it supplies continuously ATP. So cell which perform maximum activities. This cell contains high number of mitochondria. Next organelle, centriole. Beta, this organelle only present in animal cell. It is responsible for cell division. And another organelle, lysosome, also called suicidal bag. A lysosome is single membrane organelle and it contains 40 types of different digestive enzymes like protease for protein digestion, lipase for lipid digestion, nuclease for nucleus digestion, amylase for carbohydrate digestion. So, it is responsible for digestion and worm out cells. But why it's called suicidal bag? Because when there is a damage in cell, lysosome blast and release all enzyme into cytoplasm. This enzyme will digest all organelle and degrade the cell. That's why it's called suicidal bag of our cell. Next, ribosome. Tiny ribosomes. But ribosomes also lies freely in cytoplasm. And you know what is function? Protein synthesis. So now what is remaining? Cytoplasm that provide surface area for various activities that performed by cell. Cytoplasm is jelly-like material and cytoplasm continuously rotates in our cell to perform their function. So this is animal cell. Now in plant cell, 2 organelles are extra. So now I am converting animal cell into plant cell, but you have to draw separately both of these cells. Ready? Centriole out, lysosome out, ribosome out. Okay? So in plant cell, as you know, plant cell is covered by cell wall that provides shape to plant cell and protect plant cell from mechanical damage. Now, it's called plant cell. So, plant cell is covered by cell wall, which is made up of crisscross connection of cellulose. We can't digest this cell wall because we don't have enzyme cellulase in our body. So this is cell wall. In plant cell, one important organelle is there. So we all can survive on earth. This organelle is chloroplast and that performs photosynthesis. So chloroplast. Ready? Chloroplast is a kitchen of plant cell and chlorophyll is master chef. Why? Because it absorbs wavelength of sunlight and useful for the food production. Next organelle, vacuole. Function, storage. Most of material stored in vacuole. So maximum area covered by vacuole. Then lysosome, same in animal cell. Ready? So this is plant cell, nucleus, smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria powerhouse, chloroplast for protein synthesis. then cell wall and vacuole. So now students, we are going to study detailed structure of cell membrane which is selectively permeable. Okay? Beta, cell wall. After cell wall there is a cell membrane, and cell membrane observed after invention of electron microscope. Many scientists gave different types of models for the explanation of structure of cell membrane. Like in 1932, Davison and Daniel proposed a model for cell membrane which is sandwich model, but this model was not accepted because according to them cell membrane is three-layered structure, both protein outside and lipid material inside, like in sandwich, bread outside and stuff of potato remain in middle portion. This model was not accepted. In 1965, another scientist was there, Robertson. He explained lipid and protein are arranged in three layers, but this model was not accepted. After this, in 1972, Singer and Nicholson proposed fluid mosaic model which was widely accepted. Ready? So now I am going to explain you fluid mosaic membrane of cell membrane. Model of cell membrane. According to this model, okay, scientist name Singer and Nicholson. In 1972, they proposed fluid mosaic model. According to this model, cell membrane is made up of lipid bilayer. Bi means two layer. Head and tail, both side, head and tail present inside. Okay, this is tail. Tail is made up of lipid and head is made up of phosphorus. So as you know beta, lipid do not react with water. So this is basic structure of lipid bilayer. This is called bilayer. This round shape is head which is made up of phosphorus, and this tail is made up of lipid. So tail do not react with water because it's made up of lipid. That's why it's called hydrophobic. Phobic means heater and hydro means water. This portion of cell membrane is water heater, and head portion is called hydrophilic. Philic means lover, water lover. Only this part of membrane reacts with water. So from our cell membrane, if any molecule want to pass, then there is a partiality. Why? Because water soluble molecules can't pass through this membrane. Why? Because lipid do not react with these molecules. So if molecules are lipid soluble and small in size, so they can easily pass through membranes. Okay, this is about bilayer. In cell membrane, proteins are also present. These proteins are of two types: internal proteins or integrated proteins. Second, peripheral protein. So first of all, internal proteins, they are deeply present in lipid bilayer. This is called internal proteins. Beta, what is function of these proteins? That creates passages to pass water soluble molecules across the membrane because lipid do not allow them. Next, external proteins present on the outer surface. So this type of proteins can easily removed by solution. This is called external proteins. What is function of external proteins? They are receptors. Second thing, they interact with sugar chain for identification. So internal for the transportation of molecules. Clear? Further revision, lipid bilayer. Two layer of lipid, head and tail. Head is made up of phosphorus, so it reacts with water. That's why it's called hydrophilic. While this bilayer is made up of lipid, do not react with water. That's why it's called hydrophobic. Ready? And this is selectively permeable. So if molecules are lipid soluble, then these molecules easily pass through this membrane. But if molecules are water soluble, then it creates problem. Why? Because lipid do not allow them to pass across this membrane. But student, don't worry, we have solution. Proteins. Proteins provides passages to transfer these water soluble molecules. Now, three types of transfer of molecules are there: diffusion, facilitated diffusion, and active transport. So now we are going to study three types of movements of molecules: diffusion, facilitated diffusion, and active transport. Ready? So first of all, simple diffusion. Suppose this is our lipid bilayer membrane. Inside cell, outside the cell. So if molecules are made up of lipid material or that are soluble in lipid, they present outside the cell membrane in higher concentration. Inside cell, they are present in lower concentration. So if molecules passes from their higher concentration to lower concentration simply through cell membrane without any energy or without any facility, then it's called simple diffusion. Molecules pass from their higher concentration to lower concentration without any facility or without any energy, then it's called facilitated diffusion. Ready? Now another condition, osmosis. Beta, what is osmosis? Osmosis means movement of water from their higher concentration to lower concentration is called osmosis. But from semi-permeable membrane. Now I am going to explain you difference between permeable membrane, semi-permeable and selectively permeable. Permeable membrane means friendly membrane. This type of membrane allow all molecules pass across it That's why it's called permeable. Either there is a solute or there is a solvent. Semi-permeable. Second thing, semi-permeable. It allows only solvent molecules pass across this membrane, not solute. Beta, concentrate. Only solvent, not solute, can pass through this membrane. Third, cell membrane or selectively permeable, that allows only selective molecules. Ready? So now second thing, facilitated diffusion. Second thing, facilitated diffusion. Okay. Suppose this is our lipid bilayer, protein channels. If molecules are water soluble, then this type of molecules can't pass through this lipid bilayer. So these molecules are water soluble. Higher concentration outside, lower concentration inside. So if molecules pass from their higher concentration to lower concentration with help of proteins. Why with help of proteins? Because protein creates channel, so molecules can easily pass. Then proteins provide facilities. That's why it's called facilitated diffusion from higher concentration to lower concentration with help of protein. That's why it's called facilitated diffusion. Now, third and last type, active transport. Active transport. Against concentration gradient. What is gradient? Gradient means high to low. Against means low to high. So, this is our cell membrane, protein channel. Okay. Molecules, low concentration, high concentration. So protein works only for concentration gradient. If you want against concentration gradient, then we have to provide energy, ATP. With the help of ATP, molecules can pass from low concentration to higher concentration. That's why it's called active transport. When cell use its ATP for the transformation of molecules from their lower concentration to higher concentration, this type of movement is called active transport. So what we studied in this lecture? Animal cell, plant cell, cell membrane and diffusion, facilitated diffusion and active transport. Next lecture we will study endomembrane system. Thank you.